guys, we're back. Let's get started. And Mary asks, gluten-free rage, and what are the benefits? First off, you have to know what gluten is. And for those of you that don't know what gluten is a protein or a family of proteins that are most commonly found in your grain products. So things like your breads, pastas, stuff like that. And what it does is it's a family of proteins that basically gives bread and pasta, stuff like that. It gives it that doughy kind of texture. Now the problem with gluten, so the reason that this gluten-free thing really hit the scene is because it has been shown to have some adverse health side effects in a small portion of the population. So a vast majority of the population digests and handles gluten just fine. But there are some cases where there are some bad health side effects. In the most severe cases, celiac disease. If you've heard of celiac disease, it's an extreme inflammation of your GI tract, and it's typically caused by gluten. So people with celiac disease have to go on a strict gluten-free diet. And then in the less severe cases, some people just have gluten sensitivity, which is most commonly kind of seen by bloating, chronic fatigue, you can research it yourself. I mean, there's tons of research on the internet, so you can go look it up. But and there's people like that have gluten sensitivity that have been recommended by their doctor or whatever to go on a gluten-free diet. So that's why you see all this gluten-free stuff hitting the scene. So that's kind of what the gluten-free rage is all about. Like I said, I think there's not a ton of research on it yet, but I think it's like only 1% of the population has been shown to have like celiac disease, the real severe cases, and then maybe up to 13% of the population has gluten sensitivity. So I mean, you can see the vast majority of the population that digests gluten just fine. And if you do, then you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. We got a question from a man, Karan. Karan asks, in addition to the daily workout, what can I do to lose my stomach? Go back last episode, go back to episode number 7. Diet, man. It's all about diet. When it comes to any type of fitness or health related goal you have the diet side of things, and then you have your training side of things. That makes up 100% of the game, man. So in addition to your daily workout, you need to make sure your diet is on point. If you're working out hard and your training's on point and you're doing everything you need to be doing inside the gym, then you need to be doing everything you need to be doing inside the kitchen as well. That's what's going to get you wherever you want to go. Question from my man Ben. Ben asks, the effect of diet pop on the body. I'm going to keep this answer really short and simple. It's poison. Period. Water, man. Drink water. Next, we've got another one from my man Ben. He needs to start running again. How can I prevent another knee injury? So I've talked to Ben before about this. Last year he was trying to get in shape, wanted to get in shape, so he started running and he kind of blew his knee out. I forget exactly what the injury was. I think it might have been like a severe sprain. But he was trying to do the right thing. He's trying to get going, man. He's trying to get in shape, and he started working hard, and he fucking jacked his knee up, and it put him out, like to the point where he couldn't even walk on it. So I can see your concern for sure. So he wants to start running again, and he wants to know how he can prevent hurting his knee again. So the first thing, I don't know how much you started running off the get-go, but whenever you're getting ready to start a new program, any type of new program, a new diet, whatever it may be, even if it's something as simple as you want to start drinking more water, you don't want to go from 0 to 100 in one day. So if you're going to start running, man, I wouldn't even start running. So if you're not doing anything and you're just sitting on the couch all day, start with walking. See if you can get through a 60-minute walk. Go outside, put some headphones in, kind of zone out. Now don't walk so slow to where, like you're strolling through the grocery store. Get a good pace walk going, all right? See if you can do that for 60 minutes. And just be conscious. If you're going outside, be conscious of where you're going. You know, a lot of people when they run, you know, the grade of the road will drop, or a pothole or whatever it may be, and they step in it, and I've seen people blow their knees out or their ankles doing stuff like that. So just be conscious of your environment, watch where you're going. That's another big one. But the biggest thing I can tell you is just gradually ramp it up. So, you know, start for a week or 2 weeks with just a 60-minute walk, a brisk walk for 60 minutes. Then after that, then maybe, you know, walk for 50 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes, do a light jog, nice light jog. Do that for 2 weeks, and then after that, maybe walk 40 minutes, and then go for a 20-minute light jog. Or you can even split it up interval style. You know, if you're gonna go for 60 minutes, you know, jog for 1 minute, and then walk for 2. Jog for 1 minute, walk for 2, and just do that for 60 minutes. So just gradually increase it. You got your whole life to get in shape, man. You don't have to get in shape in 1 week. If you did, then you should have started a year ago. Next, we got a question from my man, Mike Butler. What do you watch when you need to get extra motivation? So this question makes me smile because it's a little bit of an inside joke. But so this is actually a good question though for a lot of people. You know, very rarely do I really lack motivation because, you know, I love what I do. I'm in the gym all day. You know, I work here. So I never really have like a long day. You know, I usually get my workouts in the morning when I'm feeling good, I'm fresh, I'm energized. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, coming from a 9-to-5 job, you know, they might have had a terrible day at work, you know, and they come strolling in the gym and they're just exhausted from their day at work, you know, and they might need a little pick-me-up, man. So I don't take pre-workouts and stuff like that, so I don't advise anybody to take stuff like that. So there's got to be other ways to get that mind right, man. And Butler asks, what do you watch or what do you do when you need extra motivation? So there's a couple things. You know, a big helper when it comes to motivation and everything is to find a role model in the health and fitness, you know, avenue. You know, I've had so many role models over the course of the last 7-8 years that I've been training and training hard that, you know, people that I really admire and want to emulate in certain aspects, and I watch them, man, and that kind of gives me a pick-me-up. Lately, if you've ever heard of the Ultimate Warrior, which most of you probably have, rest in peace, he just passed away not too long ago, but he had a YouTube channel going for, I think, a year or two before he passed. And if you want the most hardcore and direct motivation, like, this guy doesn't sugarcoat anything, but it's kind of refreshing. It's pretty cool. You know, he's super intense, but it all works. It all works great. So go check out his YouTube channel, man, and for a day that you're feeling like shit and you're feeling like you don't want to work out or whatever, go check out a video of his, man, and if that doesn't wake you up, then I don't know what will. But so that's one thing I advise. Try to find a role model, or try to find somebody to look up to, and if you're feeling like shit one day, you know, try to go check out some of their content to, you know, pick you up and motivate you. Another thing that I'll do sometimes is I will kind of go the complete opposite of like rational thinking. So if I'm feeling like shit, or not feeling like shit, but I'm kind of feeling sluggish, or I'm feeling unmotivated, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to work out, I will cut myself off from everything. I will shut the music off, I will sit in silence, I will do my warm-up, and I will think of the absolute worst thing I can do to myself. You know, I'll get an idea for just a terrible workout, and I'll do it with no music, and I'll do that workout in complete silence. So obviously I have the benefit of working at a gym, and I work out in my gaps in the day when nobody's here. So, you know, I'm here by myself in complete silence. You know, someone that doesn't work at a gym doesn't necessarily have that privilege. But I used to do it too when I worked at a Globo gym, when there's people and members there all day. I would just do it with no headphones. I would go sit in the sauna, 5 minutes, just get my mind right, just sit there in silence, think about what I want to do, what I want to accomplish, like not just that day, I'm talking long term. And use that, man. Use the voices in your head and the vision of the dreams and goals that you want to accomplish. And use that for your motivation, man. And then you go out and you crush it. No music needed. Just complete silence, nothing, listening to nothing but up here, man. And some of the best workouts I've ever had have been those workouts on the days that I don't feel like doing shit. You know, and a great quote that, you know, I've heard here and there, but honest to God, I thought I made this quote up, and I've recently heard it like this past year, used a bunch, but I was saying this 7 years ago, man. And the quote is, anybody can work hard when they feel like it. It's the days you don't want to that will make all the difference in the world. So yes, anybody can work hard and crush a workout when they're feeling good and they want to, but the days when you don't, the days when you feel like shit and you just want to go home, and the days you just want to, you know, take the easy way out and just go chill and relax and go sleep, go to bed early or whatever it is, those days are the days you have to apply yourself the most, and you have to put forth your best effort, because that's what's going to make the difference in the end, man. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. So there you go. That's what you do for extra motivation. Watch this fucking video. I think that's all the questions we'll get through today. Still got a couple more from this second batch that I will get to very soon. Until then, keep watching. Like the video, share the video, and most of all, subscribe to the channel, especially if you want to be a healthy, jacked, badass